especially to young women who are uncertain about whether they're going to keep the pregnancy or not. It's the real beauty of it is that they're able to see what's going on and realize that this little creature is not just a glob of cells, but a real little person.
When the Supreme Court made the decision, basically they said the contents of the womb are not human in the sense that deserves the protection of society.
A few of us, Father Vincent O'Reilly, and then a group of lay people, we got together and said, what can we do about this?
All I can remember looking back is Rich and Connie Copez. This young couple from Southern California were up and they were so interested in this issue.
I grew up next door to a lawyer who came to Sacramento to testify against the Bielenson abortion bill a long time ago. And then in 1971, we began a process of adopting a child. So that also piqued our interest in the issue.
We saw a need for an education component, but then also to reach out to people and show that, we are interested in helping.
Sacramento Right to Life Committee was the very first name of the organization.
But yet, this group wanted to, it was very clear, they didn't want it to be a religious organization, they wanted to be a service.
So we started what we called the pregnancy hotline, and that was a 24-hour-a-day call-in. We would work with them and refer them on, to some of the people who would take care of them through their pregnancy.
And then we wanted to be able to do pregnancy tests for the women who called. And so we had an arrangement at Mercy Hospital. They would go to Mercy Hospital and they would do a free pregnancy test for the women there.
It was the lay people, beginning with the Copezes and then Virginia Barreau and Mary Lettieri. They were so wonderful in that. And then the education field, Dr. Frank Lassie, he could help us and educate us on the science of the issue.
We didn't have today ultrasound and all of that. So we had pictures of fetal development. It is human life.
A few years later, I was at a hotline meeting, and this woman came up to me and said, I saw you on TV a few years ago, and at the time I was pregnant and thinking of having an abortion, and you changed my mind, and here's my daughter. And there's this little 3-year-old girl standing next to her.
There was a huge gap as to the next step. Maybe the first challenge was a certain amount of ignorance, The people who would be pro-abortion liked to look on places like the Life Center as kind of amateurs, people who weren't properly trained, and would do the woman damage, and they didn't have their license and all that.
When the organization wanted to provide ultrasounds, that required that they become a licensed medical clinic. They needed a medical director, and I became that person.
And when people talk to us and tell us, you just have no care for anybody, you only care about the baby unborn, and you don't care, that we can say, look, here we are, this is what's happening, this is open to anybody, and this is here.
We'll do whatever is possible to help this woman to a good decision for life. That, of course, will bring blessing for her, not only in having her child, but also good feelings about herself.
Women can come here and, without judgment, see that There's more than one way, and that perhaps they aren't as cornered as they thought that they were.
It all comes down, I think, to this appreciation of the wonder and the beauty, the miracle that is life. And that, as far as we know, we human beings are the only part of existence that has the capacity to help to make it better or to destroy it. And I think those who work to make it better have chosen the better part, and Lincoln's phrase, are better angels. So to me, without the people that were first involved in that board, what's in existence today might never have happened.
There are a lot of 50-year-old people in Sacramento walking around today alive because their mother was helped by the Life Center.